The summer before entering college, one of my many anxieties was selecting a major. Every day I kept flip-flopping like some fish. I'm feeling math today, but what about bio? Economics sounds pretty cool. I like environmental science though. What about engineering? But I love art. Forget it. Let me just flip a coin at this point. Just the mere idea of majors was so stupid scary to me. This decision will affect my life. And decisions are not my strong suit. I literally make some basic decisions by using random number generators. So how the heck do I decide what to do with my life? Here's what I would have told myself. Pick what you're most interested in. I know this sounds deceptively simple. There are so many factors that go into considering a major. Also, I'm 19, I really should not be giving unsolicited advice. But the thing is, just know whatever career you want to go in, unless it's a super hard science or pre-professional, you can in theory break into regardless of your major. Don't feel like your major is dictating your career. When I was in high school, I kept looking up jobs related to a major. And yes, the person who studies economics will probably be an economist, or the person who studies business will probably go into investment banking. I already know that, Google. Don't listen to that dumb search engine. It all started that summer when my brother tried to calm my anxiety-ridden mind on a phone call. He told me that a lot of his friends changed their roles or pursued different jobs outside of their school major. And I was like, huh? You could do something outside of what you study? See, at that point, outside of Google, community was the only method of learning what's out there. So if my family friend's cousin's brother did biology and was successful, that means I should do biology. I didn't know, but the world is bigger than my family friend's poster child. So I broke that bubble. I became a stalker. Okay, not really, but in my advice video talked a lot more about this. I just went crazy looking at majors of people I thought were cool. Authors, teachers, artists, actors, comedians, literally anyone. And that's when it finally clicked. There is more to life than the major my parents are not so quietly telling me to go towards. And that there's so many pathways and weird niche jobs beyond school you can pivot into. Don't start from the major and branch out to potential careers. Do the opposite. Find your niche interests and find the major that will give you the critical thinking skills and community of students to get there. So okay, super random example, but I was just looking at Pitchfork reviews for a music album. And I got really curious, what did that writer major in? Within 5 minutes, I found out what they studied. If I really cared about going further, I could try to find an email and ask about how they ended up writing reviews, which I'm not gonna do because I have a music taste of a 14-year-old and should not be on the writing team, but it's just showing how simple this process is. Low-key, the best way to figure out what major you want to do is to talk to people. This summer, I was working in a part-time job, and it was a great way to learn about the career paths of all kinds of people. I talked to coworkers about their experiences taking gap years, transferring schools, or studying in a smaller university. I know it's a little scary to talk to strangers, but I guarantee you ask one question and they will have a nice, long 10-minute response. And also, here's why you should go with your passion major. Honestly, it's so much easier to be real about it. When I was pre-med, I was planning to apply to an additional program for my school. And one of the prompts was, why do you want to be a doctor? I looked at that prompt for hours, thinking, I literally have no idea. But the thing is, I spent my whole life focusing on the concrete. Assignments, clubs, getting those straight A's. I honestly forgot that your career needs you to have some inherent passion. That's why cover letters and interviews are a way for you to tell your story. It's like you need to have some kind of interest in what you want to do in your life. It's kind of crazy. I'm glad that I realized this early on, especially for medical school, when later down the line, there's even more testing of your interest. With interviews, essays, test scores, volunteer hours, research, studying, and my heart goes out to the pre-med kids. But also, if you're majoring in something you aren't planning to do a career in, that's totally valid. I'm gonna be upfront. I'm majoring in economics and doing a minor in art, but I'd like to do a career in something related to art or design. Whenever my brother just tells me, well, you should just major in art, I could, but I'd admit it, I'm just a scaredy cat. I can't let my Asian parents' hearts down. I still like economics too, and honestly, it's kind of cool to be a little interdisciplinary. Because what I've discovered is that now you have a story. Whenever I talk to people and tell them my little unconventional plans, people are always intrigued. Having a slightly interesting pathway makes me stand out a little bit from a crowd of people having a linear one. At least I think so. Also, whatever you study frames the way you think too. The general education stuff always feels a little stupid to me, why the heck do I need to learn philosophy at 8 a.m. in the morning? I need to go to bed. but I'm gonna tell you guys something I figured out a year ago, and it's so mind-boggling you need to sit down for this. Life isn't just about work. You're not born to be sitting staring at a screen. Isn't that crazy? Education frames the way you live life, or at least it's supposed to. I see art every day in the things I observe. I see economics in my crippling coffee addiction. Whatever you major in helps you problem solve, which is the beautiful thing about learning when I'm not stressing for like 3 finals. If you're not sure of what your interest is, totally valid. I would say stop, close the computer, go outside, take like a 10-hour walk. No phone, no headphones, no nothing. Go find a willow tree, sit under it, and think. What's the thing you've always thought about? What do you feel about specific subjects? What drives you? What questions do you have? If you have a couple majors you are considering, avoid taking a ton of general education classes your first year. I had so many friends who filled up their classes to get all those boring requirements away. But you have 3 other years to do that. Spend time figuring out what major you want to do first, since that requires the most experimentation. And have fun learning your first year. You can do all that philosophy stuff later. I think it feels a bit scary picking your major because people make immediate judgments or assumptions based on what you study. But in the long term, it doesn't really matter, and like classes can only get you so far. Jobs require a lot of skills outside of class, so honestly, don't stress too much about it. Also, don't take my advice too seriously. I have no idea what I'm doing. But I hope this video helps you enjoy the process of picking a major, because in the end, you're still gonna be stressing about finals regardless. Unless you're a business major. I'm kidding.